if you was a serious candidate, you'll be acting like a serious candidate. So just act like a serious candidate, then you become a serious candidate. Okay? Okay. Alright. That's how I give myself pep talks. My name is Helena, and I'm gonna be your new favorite YouTuber. Wow. Snatched. What an introduction. So confident. I really believe in this girl. Oh God, oh God, oh. I am not normal. What is wrong with me? If you're somebody who doesn't like to take accountability or responsibility and loves to self-sabotage and procrastinate, these videos are not going to be for you, okay? This is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I have filmed a few YouTube videos, I'd say about 5, in the past 2 years. But I thought, you know what, I want to rebrand, I want to upgrade myself, I want to upgrade my content, I want to learn myself, and I want to actually really know what I'm putting out there. I don't want people to be confused. I want to have a sense of direction on my channel. I want to have a beautiful aesthetic, and I want to really make sense in what I'm saying. So I decided, you know what, let me give it another go. It's actually been 2 years since my first video, which, let's just say it could have been better, but it's fine, because we've made this video to replace it. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Helena Kumbawa, and I am a UK-based YouTuber. I started this YouTube channel during the 2020 quarantine because I decided, you know what, it's time to self-actualize. It's time to really step into my potential. And I'm sure that a lot of you also want to do it, which is why you have found yourself watching this video. Now, I have to warn all of you, if you don't want to be dragged, now's the time to leave. If you don't want your wig snatched, now's the time to leave. But if you really want to elevate yourself, maybe you should subscribe. Maybe you should share. Who knows? Maybe your life and your best friend's life can glow up together. But with some accountability, because I'm not going to do all the work for you. I will give you the tips and tricks, I will give you the advice, I will give you the know-how. But if you can't implement that into your own daily life, that's no longer my problem, okay? Now, our first video today is going to be on self-victimization and how that can really hinder your life. Self-victimization, personally, is something I've been fighting with, I'd say, my whole life, even to this point. Obviously, healing is a process. Life is a journey. There's no one answer or key to help you win against everything. There will always be trials and tribulations. There will always be hurdles coming your way. So the first hurdle that I want to talk about today in this series of how to really step into your potential is about self-victimization and how to, if not avoid it, then cope with it, deal with it, become aware that it's happening, become aware that you're doing it, and how to stop yourself from doing it in the future. Victim mentality is when you try to find any excuse, any reason to blame something apart from yourself. Victim mentality is the easiest way to stay away from accountability, fundamentally responsibility. Now, if you run away from your responsibilities, you're just gonna have a ton of problems. I'm sorry, but it's kind of like, you know, in the cartoons when they're kind of sweeping the under the rug, under the mat. That dirt isn't going anywhere. And guess what? It's only gonna get bigger and bigger and worse and worse. So deal with it. Victim mentality. Victim mentality is another way of, expressing self-sabotage. You may or may not be aware of it, but it's definitely sabotaging your life, and you are definitely the one who's in control. Now, I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. I don't want anyone to think that victimization is not a real thing. I don't want people to take the view that I'm trying to say that if something happens to you, it's your fault and you should have done this and that. Sometimes, most times, it is the case. I'm sorry. Of course, let me just disclaimer, okay, because I feel like we need to touch on this, or I feel like I need to put this out there just so that I don't get any awkward vibes. I'm not talking about things like sexual abuse. I'm not talking about bullying. I'm not talking about harassment. I'm not talking about racism. I'm not talking about actual real problems. I'm talking about the problems that you are creating for yourself in your head. Self-victimization, I promise you, will hold you back from a lot of blessings and success in your life. Simple. It's easy. The first thing you need to do is recognize, become self-aware. If you're not conscious of something, then you won't really be able to change it because you won't know when it's happening. How do you become conscious that you are doing something? Well, you can try to go a week or a day without doing it. Then, every time you do it, you will realize you're doing it. However, the trick here is to not feel bad. For example, no complaining for a whole day, no complaining for a whole week, no complaining for a whole month. Then, each time you complain, you will realize, oh, wait a minute, I just complained about something. This way, you are becoming conscious about what you're doing. You're becoming conscious about your thought patterns. You're becoming conscious about, how you're thinking, what thoughts you're allowing in your mind. And then you can move on from being aware to actually doing something about it and changing it. Whatever it is that you're doing, okay, let me just give you guys a few examples of self-victimization. Okay, so you go to a new job, you just started, and you've got anxiety, and so you kind of just don't talk to anyone in the office. You just eat your food at lunch on your own, and you just do your work. You don't talk to anyone, you don't laugh with anyone. If someone says a joke, you kind of awkwardly smile but you don't really show any true emotion. You're kind of just there to work. 3 weeks down the line, you now start to feel depressed and alone in that job because you feel like you have no friends. I wonder why. People tried to make friends with you, but you didn't want to go out on that night out for the drinks, company drinks. I know everybody hates them, but sis, just do it. Sometimes you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you have to just delve in there, just give it a go. You can't keep shying away from opportunities. You can't keep making yourself the victim in these situations where you would like to actually thrive. You can't allow anxiety to cripple you. And the term crippling anxiety is so real, trust me, I know, because it's taken me 2 years to even upload this video right now that you're seeing on your screen. 2 years. Now imagine where I could be. Imagine where I could be if I had just decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And imagine if I decided that 2 years ago and actually was consistent and actually, got my information that I needed for my videos, got my gear, got my space, got my confidence, most of all, fundamentally. Imagine if I had done that, 2 years ago. Where would I be now? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? So whatever it is that you're holding back, that you're saying you don't want to do, imagine if you did it. Where would you actually be now? And imagine if you start today, where would you be in 2 years, 3 years? Where would you be next week? You don't know what's going to happen in the future. So why wait? Why allow the world to feel like it's against you? Why not feel like it's here, might as well do my best, might as well give it my all, you know? Why not? I need to explain. There is a difference between being shy, thinking something is not for you, knowing where to quit, actually being a victim, and self-victimizing. Self-victimizing is basically your own little pity party, and no one feels sorry for you, which makes it feel even more lonely, which will then push you into depression, even more anxiety. You won't want to do anything. So why would you want to put yourself in a place where you feel like that? Like, sis, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We got time. It's quarantine. Okay? You feel like everybody's done you dirty your whole life. Okay, me too. Put your hands up if you feel like that. Okay? Put your hands up. Because I do. Put your hands up. You in your house. I know you're watching this. Just put it up, you know? Just, how many times have you felt like, oh, so-and-so has done this, I thought they were my friend. So-and-so has done that, they're supposed to be my parent. Blah, blah, blah has done this. Oh my God, they're supposed to be my family. Okay, guess what? Life is tough. Life is tough. That's a statement. It's not a question. It's not a I don't even know. Excuse my swearing. You guys will get used to it. But it's not some theory that life is tough. It's not a theory. It's a fact. Sorry, it's a fact. It's a statement. You can debate it all you want, but there's a period on the end of it. So what's up? Life is tough. What are you gonna do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you gonna sulk and allow it to overcome you? Are you going to sit there and feel sorry for yourself whilst everyone else is getting on with it? I'm not saying that there's like only you that feels sorry for yourself and everyone is perfectly healthy. No, I definitely believe that mental health is on a spectrum. There's good days and there's bad days. There's up and down, you know, it's not easy. That's why life is tough. And the honest truth is everyone's going through their own stuff and their own problems, which is why they don't owe you anything. So self-victimizing is kind of ironic because the fact that nobody really is gonna care for you and look out for you the way you want them to, and then, you know, feeling sorry for yourself after, is like you are going round in circles.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Yeah?
Where are you trying to get? Where are you trying to get? Feeling sorry for yourself and self-victimizing and blaming everything on everyone else but yourself. What's up? Like, what is really up? That's the tea, guys. Self-affirmations, journaling, you know, talking to yourself, giving yourself pep talks. Change your course of action. What are you gonna do now? Now that you've realized what you're doing and accepted it and been gentle with yourself, you are able to have a conversation with yourself of a sort, or at least communicate with yourself that, okay, it's fine and now it's time to do something. Rather than feeling bad for yourself and saying, oh, I can't do this, I give up. I'm gonna go back to complaining whenever I want. Watching the correct videos, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you use, make sure that you are filtering what you consume, okay? How can you do that? Unfollow certain people that you don't think are beneficial towards your mental health. Keyword, mental health, okay? If there's people who are on your feed and they're literally just self-boasting and like, I have this and I have that and look how pretty I am and look at my boyfriend and look at my, and they're not actually helping you whatsoever, like, it's fine, you can boast about yourself. Give us some tips, sis. Like, it's hard out here. Now you want to rub it in my face. That is a narcissist. Unfollow everyone who is not adding to your life. They just want your attention. They just want your likes. They just want your comments. They just want your follows, your subscription. They just want your shares. They just want you as an item. They don't actually care about you as a person. They just want you as an item. They don't actually care about you as a person. But we move, you know, my favorite phrase. I'm not even looking at you guys. I'm looking at myself. This is how useless I am sometimes. Okay. Let me just breathe because I get emotional. Truly believe I have issues. Judge me. God. Okay. Seriously. We're calling now. If you was a serious candidate, you'll be acting like a serious candidate. So just act like a serious candidate. Then you become a serious candidate. Okay. Alright, that's how I give myself pep talks. I don't know what to say. If you want to be cool like me, keep watching. Who told me I'm cool? Who told you that you are cool? Who said to you, hey, you're so cool? Oh my days, I need to actually chill out and actually film this video. Okay. Just gonna sit here like an uncle. You know, arms on my belly. Legs kind of crossed, kind of not. You can't see that? Don't worry. You don't need to see my legs right now. Quarantine got me doing a lot, but I'm not shaving my legs. The irony. Anyway. I feel like I'm having like an existential crisis. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. Don't get distracted. Stop getting distracted. Just be yourself. Your tribe will find you. Okay? Your tribe will find you. You know, manifesting into the universe. That's what I'm kind of doing. Whatever that means. So, what we're gonna do now is we're going to record the video. Why am I like this? Like, oh my god, I told all my friends I was gonna do a YouTube video, but now I can't post it because I'm weird. Put your hand up if you can relate, if you're weird as well. Let's do some icebreakers. Oh my gosh, I stop now. Have I got multiple personality disorder or something? Look at the camera, not yourself. And 3, 2, 1. I'm about to drag everyone. Why? Why do I want to comfort all of you in the worst possible way? The answer is simple. Because you can't learn and you can't upgrade and you can't elevate if you are comfortable. So I'm here to make you very, very uncomfortable, in hopes that you will be triggered enough to actually change your life and actually self-actualize and step into your full potential. We all often hear stories about people who could have been, should have been, would have been, but they couldn't, they didn't. Because they were too comfortable in their situations. Who wants to say, you know what, yeah, I'm in a good place, I'm gonna stay here now? That's boring, I'm sorry. There's a lot of people who are like that, and fair enough, okay, that's good for you. If you want to stay where you are, how you are, and not really amount to anything in life, then you know what, you don't even have to subscribe. You don't even have to comment or like or whatever. You could just stop watching right now if you want. If you really wanted to. See you later. Because this is not going to be a comfortable channel for a lot of people. Self-victimizing can really be one hell of a drug. It can be addictive. It's true. You can feel like you deserve all the attention that you're getting every time that you cry over something that was actually your fault. You will start to feel like people care about your problems when actually you've put yourself in those problems. You will feel like people would do things for you just because they feel sorry for you. And there's a lot of people in this world who actually thrive off of those kind of things. Now, personally, I can't stand people who self-victimize. If you've done something wrong, or if you've led yourself into a predicament, accountability is the only thing that can really rescue you from that. Looking back and checking yourself, seeing what was the problem and how you can fix it, is the most empowering thing you can do. Why would you want someone else to come and rescue you when you know that if you rescue yourself, it will be just as rewarding, if not more? You can really do that for yourself. If you self-actualize and step into your full potential, there's no stopping you. Do you understand how powerful you are? In fact, you don't. And that's why you tend to self-victimize. That's why you self-sabotage. Let me tell you the tea, sis. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You know what that means? Better shut up. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Meaning that if you don't actively amend your life, you're going to be stuck in the same position for the rest of it. It's simple as that. If you really want to go from A to B, how are you going to get there? How long is it going to take? Are you even going to get there at all? Are you actually going to ever reach your full potential? Potential is really a way to escape your English, your actualization, okay, your actuality, your reality. Potential is worthless. You guys know that, right? Having the potential to do something means nothing, because have you actually done it? Saying that you're able to do something and saying that you've done something, they're two very different statements. Potential, you can talk the talk, but unless you walk the walk, what's up? Like, what is up? What is up? Nothing. Nothing's up. You're boring. Why? Because you will never take that leap of faith. And if you don't have that faith in yourself, you better just forget it. You better just forget it. In fact, stop watching this video right now, because if you don't have self-confidence, you're really wasting your time. I'm talking to people who either have the self-confidence and want to implement it in their life and move forward and elevate their life, or people who don't quite have that self-confidence, but they are sure that they want it, that they really know they want to step into their full potential and no longer keep it as a potential, but make it their reality. Self-victimization, that stuff. I feel like self-victimization is like in the same bag with narcissism. There, I said it. I said what I said. Why? Because narcissists often prey on other people. They make other people look like the bad guy. They put you on blast, they gaslight you, and they make you look like everything you're doing is wrong and affecting them negatively. Now, victim mentality does pretty much the same thing, except without communicating it as such in a way that a narcissist would. Somebody who self-victimizes, they will find any excuse to just put the blame on someone or something else. How petty is that? Like, I don't know, guys. People that self-victimize really make me cringe. Like, it really makes me embarrassed for you. Like, Can you not realize what you did wrong there? And you know what? Sometimes people can't. If you really think that everything in your life is wrong, then you need to wake up. Because maybe everything in your life is wrong. Maybe it is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that the mentality that you have has to change before anything in your life can actually change. For example, you want a new job, but you keep going into your current job and you're not actually searching for any new jobs. Sis. Then you will cry and scream that you hate your job and you hate your boss and you're facing workplace discrimination. What are you actually doing? Have you set up a report against the person who's abusing you? Have you spiced up your CV so that you can apply for new jobs and they can see you as an actual potential candidate? Have you even looked for new jobs whatsoever? Have you asked anyone of any new job openings that they might know of? Have you done anything except for cry and weep and wish that your job would just magically improve by itself? Everybody has setbacks. Take time with yourself. Healing is a journey, it's a process. Life is not going to just magically transform around you overnight, okay? You have to be patient with yourself. You have to give yourself the time. You have to give yourself the love and the care and the patience to actually endure this thing that we call life. All you need to do is be grateful and switch your thinking from this to actually I'm grateful, because you know what, there's a lot of things to be grateful for. It's fine. Things might not change overnight. It's okay. It's fine. Accept it's happening. Accept change is coming. Change is gonna come. You have to be patient. Be patient, be patient, be patient. And just use that awareness that you've got. The awareness and the patience, they go hand in hand. You have this change now. That doesn't mean that A and B are disregarded. You have to keep going one step forward, two steps back, one step forward, two steps back. But as long as you're going that step forward, that is what matters, okay? You have to keep the momentum going. You can't just stop and decide to quit, because then guess what? Nothing is actually gonna change. You're gonna become comfortable. What matters in your life and what truly matters in your life, that is the area where you have to focus. You have to redirect your energy and you have to do something different. As I said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. What are you really gonna do? How are you gonna do better? Have you thought about it? Have you actually really sat with yourself? Have you spoken to yourself lately, or spoken to anyone or anything that you can really relate to on a deeper level? And I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about whatever entity it is that you look up to, whether it's religious, whether it's spiritual, whether it's scientific, whether it's metaphysical. I don't care who it is that you believe in, but that thing, even if it's just you need to sit down every night and you need to talk to it, okay? Even if you just wanna write some things down, write down how you're feeling, make a logbook, okay? Do it. You have to release the blockages. If you don't release these blockages, how do you think that you're gonna move forward in life? Do you not know that baggage is heavy, and the more you carry, the slower you will be? Don't you understand? Haven't you seen that if there's no action, there'll be no reactions? The reactions that you're expecting life to give you, they won't come to you. Stop feeling so entitled. Stop the pity party. No one's gonna come and save you. And I blame the media, and I blame movies, and I blame books, and I blame stories, and I blame parables, and I blame all these fake illusions that taught us that there's always going to be a superhero. There's always going to be someone better than us that's going to be able to just pull us out of whatever situation we're in and help us elevate and upgrade us. And it's not going to happen. You have to be that superhero for yourself. See it like this. You have your lower self, then you have your higher self, and he's coming to save the day. Now, in the movies, in the media, in the stories, in the books, whatever, this is all represented as two different people. But actually, in real life, these two people are actually just one and the same. They are you, and they are different levels of consciousness within you. You have your higher self who wants to do fun things and wants your life to change and wants you to be happy. And then you have your lower self who actually just wants attention. They want to feel sorry for themselves every day. They want to be comfortable. And they don't really want to do anything different because they see that they get all this attention and all this sorrow and all this empathy and sympathy by sulking, really, and complaining. But this makes the higher self sad because you're not actually living how you should be living. You're living in a poisoned reality that your mind has created, and that is difficult to escape because you've given so much leverage and power to your lower self that your higher self at this point in time is struggling to really do anything. However, the higher self is still there. The higher self still wants you to elevate. The higher self still wants you to actualize. Your higher self is always gonna be there. It's just up to you whether you silence it or not. If you let your lower self just completely ignore everything your higher self is saying, everything your best self is saying, everything your full potential wants to be, you're gonna forget how to hear it. You're gonna forget how to recognize what your higher self really wants from you. You're gonna forget what your dreams were. Now, this sort of lifestyle is very comfortable. But it's ironic because at the same time, it's the most uncomfortable lifestyle you could actually ever indulge in. It's horrible. And a lot of different mental health problems can stem from there. Depression being the main one. A loss of identity being another main one. You forget who you are. You forget what you want in life. And then 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, 40 years later, you look back and you see that time hasn't stopped. Time hasn't stopped. You are now how many years older? You haven't achieved any of your dreams because, I don't know, as soon as you came out of education, you went into that easy job that was super easy to get into and you just haven't done anything since. You have no savings and you don't own any property or land. Who is your landlord right now? Who cares about you right now? Your lower self or your higher self? Because your body is a host. Your body is not you. Your mentality is. Whoever you pay attention to and whoever you feed is who will win. And only people who are strong-minded will let their higher selves win. Your shadow self will always be there. Your inner demons, you will always be fighting against them. What did you think that this was? Did you think that there was some easy way to silence all the negative thoughts in your mind? If you're looking for an easy way to escape all your troubles, this channel is not for you. But if you're looking for a way to actually make something of yourself, stop feeling sorry for yourself, move forward, then subscribe. Go ahead, subscribe, turn the notifications on now, because I'm here to help and I want to motivate you. Because I used to be a 19-year-old high school, and I'm not talking about American high school, I'm talking about British high school, as in secondary school, sixth form, dropout. And I wasn't even a dropout because I actually got kicked out. There, I said it. I said what I said. Now, how many years later, I have savings, I have my own house. Well, I don't own it, I'm renting, but we moved, that is the process. I'm in university and I'm working, you know? Life can change, but my life didn't change overnight. So now that you've changed your course of action and you've decided you want to change your life, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. You're doing everything different. You're doing as much as you can. You're putting in the work. Nothing is changing. Why is that? Let me tell you why. Because you're changing the things your body is doing, but you're not changing the things that your mind is thinking. Your personality is going to define you. And whether you let your lower self or your higher self take over your personality is up to you. Your lower self and your higher self will always be there, and they will always fight against each other. Your lower self grounds you. Don't ever think that your lower self has no purpose. The lower self will now ground the higher self. Because without a lower self, we will have our heads in the clouds 24/7. We will think that, you know what, I can do what I want in my life. Alright? Psychologists call it the ego, and the id. Go and Google that, because I'm not about to do a psychology lesson. But as I was saying, the ego and the id, it's like you have to have a balance of both. You have to have 50-50. In Asian cultures, they call it yin and yang. On one side, you have the bad inside the good, and on the other side, you have the good inside the bad. Then they come together and they balance each other. In the same way that you need to have control of yourself. Self-victimizing is not actually going to help you whatsoever. But then, thinking that you're able to do everything and anything and being delusional is also not going to help you. You have to have a perfect balance. This balance is so difficult to achieve. That's how you will just drop. You will decline. Your mental health will just decline. And I'm telling you, because I've been there. You're not on your own. You're not going mad, okay? But you just need to take that first step. And being uncomfortable has to become one of your biggest motivations. And I'm talking about being uncomfortable in a healthy way. I'm not talking about being uncomfortable in the horrible way, which is like pushing yourself and not knowing when to stop and being addicted to being busy. Because then you can also start to feel sorry for yourself, but not in a self-victimized way. More in a way where you feel like you're doing too much and you will become burnt out. Burnout is real. That is how you would get blockages. If you're doing something too much, you will feel like you have climaxed or peaked in that action or section or area of your life, and you'll feel like you can't progress from there. So sometimes what you need to do is take a break, stop, breathe, ask yourself, what can I do different? It's all about doing things differently and adapting. Now, I just want to make it clear that I'm not a life coach, okay? I've just been through the school of hard knocks. It hasn't been easy for me, but I mean, is it ever easy for anyone? So please don't look at me like I know everything or like I'm even trying to pretend that I know everything. But due to my own experience, I have a lot to say. And if I don't say it on YouTube, where will I say it? Who will hear me? If it's just me in this house. It's time to speak your truth, which is what I'm doing. I'm stepping into my full potential and I'm letting you guys know that you're not alone, okay? And obviously I'm so young, I'm 23. There is still gonna be a lot of things that are gonna go down in life, and I'm gonna have to fight, and I'm gonna have to do this and do that. But with the correct mental preparation, it will be a lot easier, don't you think, than if you went into it blindly, or if you even went into it with a negative outlook, with a negative perspective. As long as you act like a soldier for this war that is life, that is you, that is your inner being, that is your lower self versus your higher self, for this search of balance and peace, if you go into this life and you go through this journey prepared and equipped, then not much can really finish you, except for when it's your time. Why would you want to be on your deathbed and wish that you've done more? Why would you want to sit down with your grandchildren? Or in fact, maybe you won't have any grandchildren because you was too busy chasing money and chasing worldly desires rather than looking for a true connection. Why would you? You know what? In fact, Drake said it best. Who the hell wants to be 70 and alone? Not me, okay? I mean, sometimes, yeah, because damn, like peace of mind. But let's be honest. But more importantly, who wants to be 70 and wishing that they had done things differently? Not me and not you. And anybody that is here and is like kind of just watching, but you're not really gonna do anything differently, I've got news for you, okay? You're gonna wish in 1 month minimum, okay? Because it's probably gonna be about a year until you really notice the effects of what you choose to do today. At least a month. Until you sit with yourself and you decide, okay, you know what, I should have done that, or I should have done this, or I should have done the other. But instead of wishing in 1 month that you had done it, why not do it now? Why not do it today? Maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. But I mean, tomorrow when you wake up. In fact, if you're watching this in the morning, why not today? Why not today? If you're watching this during quarantine lockdown, if you're watching this during 2020 coronavirus lockdown, why not today? Is it because the lockdown is stopping you? Are you sure? Are you sure? Or is it rather because you're just not confident? Do you need someone to believe in you? Because if you do, it's me. I believe in you. And I would love to hear success stories. I would love to hear people saying, oh my God, Helena, your videos help me so much. So why not take that first step? It will make both of our life better. Like, come on. I will feel like I'm genuinely helping you, and you will feel like you're genuinely helping yourself. It's a win-win. So, if you liked this video and you felt like it motivated you to do something different today or tomorrow or next week or at some point, but you know you're gonna do it, subscribe to my channel because there will be way more of these kind of videos. And you know, drop a comment, let me know how you're feeling, let me know how this video made you feel. You know, do you believe in yourself? What are you trying to do? Maybe there's someone out there who's gonna see your comment and think, I'm trying to do the same thing. What have you been trying? And you guys can make your own genuine connection off of that. In fact, if you're too lazy to even write a comment, just give us a like. You know, give us a like. It's free. You know, and it really helps me. I'm trying to help you. I'm dropping all these gems and talking to you guys. For how long have I been sitting here telling you guys the tea? Drop a like. If this video has helped you, share it. Life is not a competition. We can all win. Whatever it is that you want to chase, you just need the know-how. You just need to be equipped, mentally equipped. So, hopefully, I'll see you guys on the next video. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And I really wish you all the best on your journey. Okay. Woohoo! I actually filmed the video. Mad.